وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Obviously we all know the month of Ramadan is on our doorstep. So what we're going to do, of course, we're going to discuss some of the hadith dealing with the Holy Quran. Right? First hadith, inshallah, we'll try and keep it short. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as mentioned in Sahih Bukhari, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Ma min al-anbiya," right? There is no prophet among the prophets. إلا أعطي من الآيات ما مثله آمن عليه البشر, except that they were given miracles, right? So every prophet was given miracles and people believed in these miracles, meaning they accepted Islam because of these miracles, or similar meaning the prophets are mentioned, right? Now what miracle was he given? وَكَانَ الَّذِي أُوتِيتُهُ وَحْيًا. The thing was, I was given, meaning Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was given the revelation, right? The wahi, the Quran. أوحاه الله إلي, Allah revealed it to me. So based on this, فأرجو أن أكون أكثرهم تابعا يوم القيامة. So I hope that Nabii Sam is saying, I hope to be the one with the most followers on the day of Qiyamah. Okay? So from all the prophets, he wants to be the one with the most followers. Why is that so? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him the greatest miracle, which is the Holy Quran. Right? And Allah put a challenge to the Arabs. وَإِن كُنتُمْ فِي رَيْبٍ مِّمَّا نَزَّلْنَا عَلَىٰ عَبْدِنَا. If you are in doubt about what we send down upon our slave, فَأْتُوا بِسُورَةٍ مِّن مِثْلِ. Bring one surah like it. Okay? And Allah says, وَادْعُوا شُهَدَاءَكُم مِّن دُونِ اللَّهِ. Call all your helpers besides Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So you can't do it, call someone to help you. Right? Then Allah said after that, when he tells them, فَإِلَّمْ تَفْعَلُوا, and if you cannot do it, meaning you can't come up with one surah like the Quran, وَلَن تَفْعَلُوا. See how strong the Quran says, and you will not be able to do it. Right? To come up with even one surah of the Quran. What must you do? فَاتَّقُوا النَّارَ الَّتِي وَقُودُهَا النَّاسُ وَالْحِجَارُ. Fear the fire, right, of Jahannam, and Allah continued. So see how strong the challenge is. Now someone may argue, if the Quran is a miracle for the Arabs, right, or the Arabs couldn't come up with the like of this Quran, what about non-Arabs? Okay, isn't the Quran sent to the entire mankind? We say yes, but the Arabs at that time, at the time of the Prophet ﷺ, they were the specialists in the Arabic language. Right? So if you tell all the doctors in the world, all the homeopaths, all the specialists, come up with a medicine like me, right? So obviously since the doctors can't come up with anything like it, anybody beside them who are less than them in knowledge cannot come up with anything like it, inshallah. Everyone got that, inshallah, right? So, and that's why also, see how the Prophet, after mentioning the Quran, see another point of benefit we get here. He said, hence I hope to be the one with the most followers on the day of Qiyamah. Right? So it shows you what? A very powerful tool in da'wah, right? Which we learn, of course, from experience, put it that way, is giving a non-Muslim a translation of the Holy Quran. Okay? Sometimes, you and I can talk. We can tell them about Islam, etc. But when we give them the translation of the Quran, we're basically leaving it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself. Huh? And that's why a lot of people have become Muslims just by reading the translation of the Quran, which is not even the actual words of Allah, because the actual words of Allah is in the Arabic language. Okay? Alright, that's hadith number 1, inshallah. We'll do hadith number 2, inshallah. Okay, we'll try and keep it a bit short. Hadith number 2 also today, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam told Abdullah bin Mas'ud. Okay? Now remember, he's a prophet. He tells the Sahabi, Iqra alayya al-Quran. Right? Hadith is in Bukhari and Muslim. Read to me the Quran. Abdullah bin Mas'ud said, Ya Rasulullah, O Rasul of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I shall recite, I am reciting to you the Quran while you are the one to whom the Quran was revealed. Right? So why should I recite the Quran to you? Prophet said, Inni ashtahi an asma'ahu min ghayri. I desire to listen it from someone besides me. Okay? So what do we learn from here also? See, sometimes when you listen to the Quran and not recite it on your own, it's sometimes more beneficial. Why? Because you're not busy now concentrating on the pronunciation and the correctness of recitation, but you are worried about contemplating over the Holy Quran. Right? So very important to get it to get someone to read to us. Then Abdullah bin Mas'ud said, فَقَرَأْتُ النِّسَاء. I read Surah Nisa, Surah number 4 of the Holy Quran. حَتَّى إِذَا بَلَغْتُ. Until I reached Allah's statement. فَكَيْفَ إِذَا جِئْنَا مِنْ كُلِّ أُمَّةٍ بِالشَّهِيدِ وَجِئْنَا بِكَ عَلَى هَؤُلَاءِ شَهِيدًا. Allah says in the Quran, how will it be when we bring from every nation a witness? Right? And who will be our witness? Nabii sallallahu alaihi wasallam, over what actions we did. So what happened? Abdullah bin Mas'ud said, رَفَعْتُ رَأْسِي. I raised my head. What did he see? فَرَأَيْتُ دُمُوعَهُ. Okay, right? تَسِيل. I saw his tears were flowing. Okay? So what do we learn from here also? So when you recite the Quran, recite with understanding and try to what? Cry over when we recite. So this month of Ramadan is coming, inshallah. Try not just to recite it in terms of finishing how many Qurans, but with quality, right? Over, quality over quantity, right? Last hadith, inshallah, today we'll do, just to keep it short. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, there is no envy except for two people. Okay, when he means envy here, means like you must wish to be like these two people. Right? What are these two people? A man who Allah gave him the Quran. He practices according to it the night and the day, right? With the general meaning. And a man whom Allah gives money to, he spends it during the night and during the day. Okay? Now let's look at this hadith. Very interesting. Nabii Sallallahu is telling us you should not be wishing to be like anybody except these two people. One whom Allah has given knowledge of the Quran, he practices upon it, he recites the Quran, etc., as mentioned in other narrations. So wish to be like that person. Okay? The other person, see how sometimes the reciting of the Quran is restricted to yourself, right? Or put it that way, reciting the Quran, the reward is like, or the action is restricted to yourself, the benefit. But when you're now spending, you're not just benefiting yourself in terms of good deeds, you're benefiting the poor man, right? To get money, right? So the Prophet mentioned two things. Notice he mentioned the Quran and he mentioned a man who spends, right? And interesting words he used. He said regarding money, sallatahu, the person like controls the money, kind of, right? Similar meaning. He controls the money, meaning he has control over that miserliness, right? And fi halakatihi, Nabii Sallallahu called the wealth halaka. In Arabic, halaka means to be destroyed. That means that he spends it so much that he hasn't got anything left. Okay? Look at how the Prophet used these beautiful words, right? So remember people, we want to be like everyone else. I said that guy with the Mercedes, I wish I was like him. I saw that guy with a Porsche, I wish I was like him. That guy got a house in Amslanga, I wish I had a house like him. Nabii Sallallahu said you should not have envy, like wish to be like that person, except in two cases. The person who knows the Quran, he recites it, practices upon it, etc. And the person who has money and he spends that money, inshallah. Right? So these are just few of the hadith we try and do before the month of Ramadan comes, inshallah. So when Ramadan comes, we'll be more than ready, bi'idhnillahi subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, jazakumullah khair. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka